So, have you ever seen a UFO?
I've never seen a UFO, but I have seen a projectile coming through the atmosphere that glowed orange. And I looked that up, and I believe it was mostly comprised of sodium. That's why it burned orange.
Huh.
I thought it was aliens. I was really fucking stoned. And they're like, "Oh, you've been smoking too much, man." But I was convinced at the time it was fucking aliens.
I was coming back from Cincinnati, Columbus one time, and I saw this light in the sky, and it came straight forward and then like made a sharp turn, and then kept going out of sight. And I don't know what that was. Like, I'm no flight expert. Could have been a plane. Could have been something else. But I definitely think that aliens exist.
Now, do they exist in the sense that they're a certain type of terrestrial being that have evolved technology to a point where they can traverse the universe, or are they interdimensional beings that pop in and out of our reality, and that's why they can bend the laws of physics?
Either one's possible. I don't think that we fully understand the laws of physics. I don't think we fully understand what we can do. What may seem like magic to us now will be technology to people in 100 years. And I think if you look at our technology now, that proves it, because 100 years ago, if they were doing what we're doing now, they would have thought it was insane.
Like rockets that can land themselves and they can be reusable, and it's not like friggin' 25, 30 years ago with the space shuttle program. The only part that came back was like the craft. You couldn't reuse the fuselage, you couldn't reuse the boosters. But now with all this crazy shit in private space, capitalism is just flourishing in the space industry right now. And there's also talks about these different independent companies building satellites that can go out to meteors and shit and meteorites out of the Kuiper Belt and mine for materials.
I think that's going to be a good thing. There's definitely the need for resources. And Todd, have you ever seen UFO?
Fuck you. What the fuck? I'm walking into
Did they touch your butthole?
They definitely touched his butthole.
Tickle his taint too.
Alright, new conversation, and here we go.
I think there's one right there.
Dan!
So, how was it when they
Bad
touched your
fish! We're listening to Bad Fish!
butthole? Alright.
So Todd and
Watch out for this conversation. Watch out for this conversation.
What are we talking about?
Have you ever seen a UFO?
Yeah,
You believe in aliens?
of course I do.
Why?
Because the universe is so vast, we can't even travel far enough to get to some place because it's expanding at such a massive rate that we can't even get to the next place if we found a place to get to.
we can get to the next place. It'll probably take about 100 years. There's talks and theorizations of things called a generation ship.
We live at a fucking speck of sand in the
Compared to the vastness.
compared to the vastness of the even the not the solar system, the universe. So if you don't believe there's life elsewhere, that's stupid on you.
There is a theory called the Great Filter. The Great Filter is that at any civilization that arises throughout the universe, if they get to a certain point technologically, they either blow themselves up or they work themselves into a singularity where their physical being melds with technology. And because like you said, if everything's so far away, why would you work to go so far and get so little when you can build a simulation for your society and just devote yourself to the machine?
Do you want to live in a simulation?
I don't want to live in a
Do
simulation.
you want to live in a simulation?
Do I get a whole bunch of pussy in that simulation?
Yes.
It's up to you. It's a simulation.
No, I'm cool with that.
So, I think the question is then what do people as a whole want? 'Cause two people here and you guys have different opinions on whether you want that or not and whether that is the ideal society. And even though it's the most efficient, that doesn't necessarily mean that's what a society is going to choose to do.
I truly don't give a fuck, but at the same time, it's like, if I can't control like my own life in a simulation, which I am doing, it's the whole argument is just blasphemy at that point.
That's fair. Have you heard about Project Blue Book and anything about like Bob Lazar and what he's coming?
Yeah, I've heard a lot about Bob Lazar. He's kind of fucking wild and out there, but at the same time, a lot of shit makes sense.
Funny thing about Bob Lazar, that element that they say they took from the crashes and shit that they were messing with.
What the fuck?
Element 115, Call of Duty Nazi Zombies, Element 115.
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, man, the friggin' shit that comes from space on a meteor that's connected to the Vril yacht and all this other shit. Interdimensional travel shit. It's Element 115. You make zombies.
Nice.
I think it's just bath salts.
Possibly. You know, a lot of people do a lot of things. Who knows? Unless you saw it for yourself or can prove it.
Well, back in the day, like during World War II, they would give out these little methamphetamine pills, basically, in soldier rations, especially in Nazi Germany. They were hopped up on cocaine. Oh, that's other
That's
crazy
fucking
shit.
meth. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're correct. But that's been like scientifically proven. And
That's it. That's the end of it.
if you tell me there's not like a fucking a UFO landing in every other country that we know of, you're definitely wrong, because there has been.
You know, when they passed this latest stimulus, they said they had 180 days to reveal everything the government knows to its citizens, the United States government. So if the government knows things, we should at least get a redacted version of what they know.
Redacted version, so you get to read 3 words.
But it's something.
3 words is better than a completely blacked out page.
We saw something in the fucking what?
At least they're being
18
honest
months worth
about
of
it, because
shit.
they've been lying about it for like 60 or 70 years.
They're allowed to fucking lie about it. Like, if this is the most powerful country in the world, of course.
But it's my goddamn tax dollars keeping that secret. I deserve to know. I deserve to know
Get
if
in there.
there's life
There's no-
either in this solar system, which I think there might be on a couple of the moons of Saturn and Jupiter.
I don't think
Life
it's
forms?
life in the way you think in life. I think that there's microscopic life and maybe
I
even
swear to
basic life, but I don't think there's intelligent life like us in this.
Nah!
I wouldn't say intelligent,
They're not doing
because
what?
we probably would have seen them.
Is it
But
Saturn
if we
or
found-
Jupiter?
Nah.
It's got like 174 moons.
No, not 174, like 86 or 67. No, actually, I think Saturn has 76 and Jupiter has like 60 something.
Jupiter has look this up first, Mason. Could you fact check?
Jupiter has
I will do this right now.
Jupiter has
Jupiter
8
has more than 8 moons.
Jupiter has, I think it's over 100.
I think it's like 70 or 80 something.
You guys are fucking crack. I crack when I'm on it. Where's the fucking tunes at? Yeah, for real.
You were
Alright.
joining the conversation.
That's a good start.